Please, it's okay. You're stars. We like you for who you are. Insulated divas whose talent allows you to pig out on the finer things in life because we all need something to aspire to. But being talented, which you are, isn't the same as knowing things or having the credibility to advise people on their politics. You rail against privilege, but you avail yourself of the greatest privilege of all, to remain clueless. You can't argue with a straight face, or even a gay face, that the Academy in 2026 still overlooks minority achievement, or that Hollywood is biased in favor of all white people, just Australians. But come on, man, can we live in the present? No Academy member this year filled out their ballot thinking, well, I didn't think Chalamet was very good, but I'll vote for him because he's white. Hollywood isn't a secret cabal of racists. It's a secret cabal of people terrified of looking like racists.
Bill Maher is going after Hollywood, and it's actually very funny. The outspoken comedian is clearly tired of movies that feel too preachy and full of woke messages that seem out of touch with reality. He believes these kinds of stories are taking over the film industry. In a recent episode of Real Time with Bill Maher, he strongly criticized Hollywood for pushing these ideas too much. So if you enjoy bold and unfiltered opinions about politics and culture, make sure to subscribe and let's get started.
I did a lot of them, though.
Yeah. Oh, you
I
quit?
just got a Golden Globe nomination for the one I did.
Oh, really?
That's yesterday.
How often do you get nominated for your specials?
Nothing. I used to get nominated for everything.
Yeah.
And then, the wokeness came in, and then I was considered conservative. Which
Are you bad?
ridiculous. So I was what I call soft canceled.
Yeah.
Where you don't.
Well, I'm a Bill Clinton liberal, which is from the 90s, which is now called
Me too.
a Nazi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're a
So-
white supremacist.
So this is the first time in a while I've been nominated for something.
Okay.
Which I think shows a little bit that we are coming out of the wokeness. I mean, I'm not going to win, and I'm probably not even going to go, but I take it as a victory that they were not able to ignore how good that special was. I just say that it's my last one.
Bill Maher began by pointing directly at Hollywood as the center of modern woke culture. He said that the same place that once defined great entertainment has slowly changed over time. This shift has spread into movies, TV shows, and even big award ceremonies. According to him, storytelling is no longer the main focus. Instead, studios care more about sending messages and showing certain values than actually entertaining people. He also believes this mindset affects who gets praised and who gets ignored. In his opinion, people who speak openly, like him, are often left out of awards, not because they lack talent, but because they don't follow the popular mindset. He describes it as a system that rewards people for agreeing, not for being real.
I could gather, and I think I will, because it'll be funny, just the incredibly stupid things that celebrities say about politics or finance or something.
Yeah, we're bad.
And then, so if you're like the person out there going, well, how can you live on $100 million a year? Vote Kamala Harris. Like,
Yeah.
That's the game over. People are like,
Yeah.
I can't let the country in the hands of these people. I'll vote for this guy who's crazy, but at least this kind of crazy, I can almost relate to him more.
Bill Maher also explained why he is rarely nominated during big award seasons. He said it's not because he isn't relevant or impactful. It's more about how people see him. He believes that because he criticizes woke culture so often, many in Hollywood label him as conservative, even though he doesn't fully agree with that label. Once someone is put into that category, he says it becomes very hard to be accepted by the industry. According to Maher, Hollywood rewards those who follow its dominant views and ignores those who challenge them. This creates an environment where different opinions are pushed aside, even if they have value.
A survey of Ohio voters found Taylor Swift's endorsement actually had a negative impact, with 24% saying it made them less enthusiastic about her as a candidate.
Come on.
Read the room, Democrats. Celebrities aren't helping, and why would they? In a country where the big issue now is affordability, Outside of, I don't know, Springsteen and a few others, celebrities don't strike people as relatable or in touch, and what their activism mostly activates is eye rolls.
Maher also made a strong point about celebrities and why we shouldn't always take their opinions seriously. He said the issue is not just that some celebrities are misinformed, but that they live very protected lives. Because of their wealth and fame, they don't face the same consequences as regular people. They can say controversial things or support certain causes without worrying about real-life effects. For normal people, mistakes can damage reputation, finances, and even lives. This creates a big gap between celebrities and everyday people. Maher's message is simple. We should be careful about taking advice from people who don't live in the real world like we do.
Please, it's okay. You're stars. We like you for who you are. Insulated divas whose talent allows you to pig out on the finer things in life because we all need something to aspire to. But being talented, which you are, isn't the same as knowing things or having the credibility to advise people on their politics. You rail against privilege, but you avail yourself of the greatest privilege of all, to remain clueless.
Maher also talked about how some political groups rely too much on celebrity support. He said many believed that famous people could influence voters and help win elections. At first, it seemed like a strong strategy, big names, huge audiences, and powerful influence all supporting one message. But they underestimated how smart and aware everyday voters are. People didn't just believe everything they saw. They started questioning it and looking deeper. Many felt that celebrity messages sounded scripted and disconnected from reality. Instead of building trust, these endorsements sometimes pushed people away. In the end, voters cared more about honesty than fame.
Chappelle lashed out at me last month because I called him out for saying there was more free speech in Saudi Arabia than here. Well, I was right. What he said was stupid. America has many problems, including free speech issues on both left and right, but we're real different than Saudi Arabia. If you don't believe me, try opening a lesbian art gallery there.
Maher's argument works because, honestly, listening to some celebrities can feel awkward or uncomfortable. There is often a difference between how confidently they speak and how accurate their opinions really are. For example, Emma Watson made comments on social issues that confused many people, and Billie Eilish faced criticism for statements that seemed contradictory. The issue isn't just disagreement. It's that people see hypocrisy and a lack of awareness. When celebrities speak as if they are always right, without understanding the full picture, it can feel tone-deaf. Instead of convincing people, it often pushes them away.
He's right. Celebrities don't know about the real world. So Democrats, it's great you have all the big celebs, but people see them as an arm of the Democratic Party, which they already suspect for lacking common sense. I know the celebrities mean well, and we thank them for having their heart in the right place, but just do you. Do what you do so well. Use your extraordinary talents for the noble cause of bringing relief from the problems that ribbons and pins can't fix.
Maher also gave an example of celebrities being out of touch. He mentioned when Dave Chappelle said that Saudi Arabia has more free speech than the United States. That statement surprised many people. It ignores serious issues like strict speech laws, punishment for criticism, and human rights concerns. The real problem is not just disagreement. It's making strong claims without fully understanding the facts. When famous people talk about serious topics so casually, it makes it seem like they are disconnected from reality.
Great face, or even a gay face. That the Academy in 2026 still overlooks minority achievement, or that Hollywood is biased in favor of all white people, just Australians. But come on, man, can we live in the present? No Academy member this year filled out their ballot thinking, well, I didn't think Chalamet was very good, but I'll vote for him because he's white. Hollywood isn't a secret cabal of racists. It's a secret cabal of people terrified of looking like racists.
Maher believes most celebrities have good intentions, but they often don't fully understand politics. They are used to influencing people through personality and fame, not through knowledge of laws or policies. They also get information from sources that may have strong biases, which can shape their opinions in one direction. That's why Maher says celebrities should focus on what they do best: entertainment. When they speak on complex issues without enough understanding, their words can be misleading. People want honesty, not authority from someone unqualified.
And I'm just tired of, no matter how much progress is made, social justice warriors feeling the need to gaslight us as if none of it had happened. A couple of years ago, the Academy established a very complex rule book that said you couldn't even be considered for Best Picture unless you met certain criteria, like 30% of the crew or 2 department heads had to be from underrepresented groups, and the main storyline had to be as well. Well, there goes my idea about a polka band in a ski town. I mean, please don't get us wrong. We're not saying you can't hire who you want or make a movie about whatever you want. Okay, that's exactly what we're saying.
This discussion also connects to a bigger issue in Hollywood today. The industry is now more focused on diversity and inclusion, especially after movements like #OscarsSoWhite. The goal is to give fair chances to people who were ignored in the past. But some critics believe that sometimes identity becomes more important than actual talent. Whether this is true or not, it has created debate among audiences. People want awards to be based on quality and performance above everything else. Hollywood now faces the challenge of balancing fairness with maintaining trust.
Seriously, by this standard, you couldn't make Titanic today and hope to get nominated, or Braveheart, or Amadeus. Apollo 13 was about a bunch of white people because white people have done some stuff. But somehow, without a production code, Hidden Figures got made and completed the historical record about how we got to the moon. Sinners this year is up for more Oscars than any movie ever. Sinners is good. It doesn't need affirmative action. Neither did Parasite or Shape of Water or She Fucks a Fish.
Maher says this is exactly the problem he has faced for years. Because he doesn't follow popular opinions, he often doesn't receive major awards. His comedy style is bold and sometimes uncomfortable, which doesn't always match what the industry prefers. Meanwhile, those who agree with popular views often get more recognition. This issue is not just in comedy, it's also seen in movies. Events like the Academy Awards are sometimes viewed as rewarding films that fit certain messages. When people feel awards are not based on quality, they start losing trust.